everyone, Live It Like Lisa here. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to the Great Home Reset. Doesn't that sound like a big conspiracy theory? So now that I've completed all the rooms in my house, I've gone and done my whole simplified life series where I've decluttered, organized, and basically simplified every room in my house to where I'm happy with it, and gotten rid of a lot of excess stuff that I don't feel like I no longer need, and all the rooms are starting to look really, really good. This is basically just going to be the cherry on top, so to speak. So we're just going to put all the finishing touches on every room, and I'm going to do it room by room because at the end of the day, that's all I can manage, guys. I mean, I still work full-time, even though I'm working from home. I still work full-time. I am overweight. I am getting old, so I don't have the energy to do all of these things in one day or in one weekend. So I prefer to spread my workload out over the week. I can set myself little tasks. Each day I can go, okay, I want to tackle the walls, or I want to tackle the shower, or I want to tackle this. And when you spread it out over the week, you might only be spending an hour or two doing something, and it doesn't seem so bad. There's stuff that where you probably wouldn't really notice it as a whole, but then once it's done, it just makes the whole room look so much cleaner, so much fresher, and so much brighter. And yeah, basically back to brand new. So that's what we're going to concentrate on this week. Let's do it. So my idea with this clean is to do all of those areas that I don't typically do in my normal weekly cleaning. So these blinds have not been cleaned since we moved into the house 4 years ago. So you can only imagine how dusty and filthy they actually are. Now I do have a blind cleaner tool that sort of you slip into the slats and clean it that way, but I just feel these are actually too filthy to actually use that tool. So I'm just going to do it the old-fashioned way and the long way and just go slat by slat, working my way down. I'm just going to remove all of the dust and loose debris from the blinds first, and then we're going to go back in with a wet cloth and just clean all the blinds off where they've got dirty marks, or might have been some rain come through the window and splashed muddy marks on them. So yeah, just going to get these blinds finally cleaned, and I'm going to try and keep this up on an annual basis so they don't get as filthy as they are right now. So now I'm going in with the vacuum cleaner and just vacuuming up all of the dust that's come from the blinds, as well as the cornices and any corners around the bath area, and also just around the window frame itself. So once that's done, then I'm going to go in with some spray and wipe and clean the actual window and the window frame. And then we're going to get into the window tracks. Now these were disgusting. So here is a little before shot of the tracks. So you can see they're just absolutely filthy. And when I open this window, that's not a shadow, that's actually dirt, like just black dirt sitting inside the windowsill. So that all is going to get cleaned out. And this is what I'm saying. It's like, it's areas you don't really notice, but then once they're clean, it makes such a huge difference to the overall look. So on the window itself, I'm just using a little bit of bleach and water to clean all this off, because I just feel like there's a few little mold spots growing on the window. So I wanted to just make sure that they're all killed off with the bleach. And this is not going down the drain, so I wasn't worried too much about it, using the bleach in this area. And as far as the window tracks go, I'm just going in with the cloth, and then also I've got an old toothbrush that I also used to get into those hard to reach places, and just scrubbed it all out with the toothbrush.
I know you feel like you want me, and I guess in a way you do. Holding my breath, unraveling emotions. space to think this through. Call me all night long. Try to give you hints in the heart.
Once all of the window is fully cleaned, I'm now going in with some spray and wipe on my cloth, on a damp cloth, and just going in and cleaning up all the slats. Again, just going over them one by one because it really needed it, and getting them all pure white again. Now I'm just cleaning out my bath. I mean, my bath is part of my normal weekly clean, but just because I've got a lot of dust and stuff that has fallen in it, I thought I'd give it a good clean as well. And I also decided to remove some extra decor that I had around my bath, like that tray that I just took away again. I've decided I really don't need it sitting there. It just looks like cluttered. I'm just trying out different things. And yeah, decided to remove this tray, to remove this little vase, and just had a couple of products sitting on the bath tray. And that's it. Just keeping the bath clear, keeping it clean so it's easy to wipe down and easy to keep clean. And it just looks lighter and brighter. So that's 2 more items gone from my bathroom. Now that was all I planned to do that day, but I figured, well, while I'm cleaning windows, I may as well just quickly clean the toilet window the same way as I did the bath one, just cleaning it all on the inside and all the tracks and surrounds and getting all the dirt and everything and the grime out of the tracks and just making it all white again. So like I said, this is not just my normal clean where I'm cleaning the toilet and all that, what I normally do. These are all the little jobs that don't typically get done on a weekly clean. And these are the finishing touches I'm putting into the house. So even little areas like this is the door frame going into the toilet, and you can see where the silicone has come away from the actual frame, and you can see that there's scuff marks all along the frame, and it's just, it hasn't been finished nicely. So what I'm doing here is just going in with some spray and wipe again and wiping down all the door frame, especially where the hinges are, which tends to collect a lot of dust for some reason. So I'm giving the whole door frame a good wipe down. I've also sanded this part as well to smooth it all out, and that's actually, they're not dirty marks, that's actually the raw timber underneath the paint. So I've sanded it completely back, and we're going to just repaint this door frame once Michael puts some new silicone around the frame itself. And I must admit, this little area here where that silicone had come away from the door frame, it's been bothering me for so long because it's something I sit and look at while I'm sat on the toilet. Like, you can actually see it. And so I'm just sat looking at it going, God, that looks so messy and just so awful. And yeah, it's just these little things that, you know, just touching up the silicone so that it's all white again. And I did go in with some white paint and repainted all of that, the scuff marks on that frame as well. So these little jobs, like you walk into the room, you wouldn't automatically notice them, but once they're done, there's just something about the room that just makes it come alive and, you know, look a lot brighter again. So I'm just going in here with the first coat of some gloss back on the door frame, just touching it all up, and then once it dried, I put another couple of coats on just to fully cover it.
Try to give you hints and a hard to see. Right on the line, no. Losing it on you's the last thing I need. If I'm honest, I'll just make you cry. And I don't wanna fight with you. I would rather lie to you.
So now comes to the shower. My God, this shower needed a lot of work. So I'm just showing you here how freaking grotty it really is. I mean, it's dusty, it's grotty, it's moldy. It just needs a lot of work. So yes, I haven't done any weekly cleaning on my shower for a few weeks now while I've been working on other projects around the house. So the mold has started to build up, and because we are on a septic system, I've also pulled the drain apart too, which is disgusting. So yeah, and because we live on a septic system, I can't use domestos and exit mold and bleach and all the good stuff that would kill this in a second. I have to kind of try and stick to vinegar and bicarb, which is what I'm going to try and stick to today to clean this shower. I'm going to try and really limit my use of exit mold if I can. Because yeah, it just kills your septic system if you use it a lot. But I do admit there were a few spots that were quite stubborn and weren't coming off with vinegar and bicarb, so I did have to go in and squirt with a bit of exit mold. But for the most part, the vinegar and bicarb actually worked. So I've got some bicarb soda in a cup here. I've got a spray can full of vinegar, and I'm just going to spray the vinegar onto the wall, wet my toothbrush a little bit, and then dip it into the bicarb and scrub it over the grout of the tiles to try and remove all of that mold. And like I said, it's a little bit more elbow grease when you're living on septic and you're trying to do things naturally. So yeah, there's that. Me personally, I just love domestos. I love bleach. I love all the stuff that makes your nose hairs singe, but I'm trying to be good here. So yeah, elbow grease it is. The shower drain was just so disgusting, guys. I was heaving. I just absolutely hate it. It was so disgusting, but I just blasted it with some hot water and it all just turned white again. I scrubbed it with a bit of a toothbrush as well. But yeah, inside that drain was just pure black before, and now it was reasonably clean. And here's another close-up shot of just how grotty my shower screen and shower frame was. So I'm going in with a toothbrush here, guys, and I've sprayed it with some vinegar and bicarb, and yeah, just absolutely scrubbing it until all of that gunk is gone. For the most part, the bicarb and soda did quite a good job of removing a lot of the, the surface grime. There were some stubborn areas that I had to go in with a little bit of a stronger solution, but yeah, it was worth it in the end.
Look away so you won't see, 'cause the pain is in my eyes. Feels like I could break it any moment and shatter your insides. If you feel my mind, call me all night long. Try to give you hints.
So here I'm going in with some cream cleanser, and I'm just cleaning all the individual tiles on the wall as well, because sometimes they get quite a bit of soap grime buildup that you don't necessarily see, especially if you've got like white tiles. It doesn't really show it up as well, but when you feel it, you can kind of feel like a chalky, they're not shiny and slippery anymore. They've got like a chalky texture about them. So I'm just using this cream cleanser to clean all the tiles. And I also use this cream cleanser on the shower doors, the actual glass doors as well. This stuff is amazing actually. Like, not only does it take all the soap scum off your shower screen, but once you rinse it off, like I always rinse it off with the hottest of water. Like I just have hot water coming straight out of my shower nozzle. Once you rinse it all off with some hot water, it just, every piece, like every bead of water just slips straight off it. Like it doesn't stay there and bead like it would normally. And you can see here an example. Like there's just no drips of water left on the shower screen. I don't know what it is about this stuff, but it's really, really good. You just rinse it all off and it's just crystal clear. The other thing I'm doing today as well is really giving my grout on the floor a really good scrub. Where we live, it's all red dirt, which is great if you want to grow plants and flowers and vegetables and all of that sort of thing, but it stains everything. So our grout has eventually turned like a pink color just from the, dirt that's on our feet or whatever walking through the house. It's eventually turned all the grout pink. So I'm just going in with that cream cleanser again and just trying to scrub off as much as I can. So here you can see now the difference, like all the mold has gone. It's not perfect, but geez, it's definitely a hell of a lot better than it was. The drain is clean again. Yeah, it's probably a bit bad lighting with the shadows and all that, but just so much cleaner, so much brighter. Yeah, it's a shower that you want to shower in now rather than be embarrassed about. All clean. And now that the inside's done, I'm going to concentrate on the outside, getting all that clean. So now that the shower's all clean, I just got Mike to go in with the silicone again. There's just this little area here where the shower shelf is, where all our products sit, and it's just missing a little bit of silicone, and it's always just bothered me because it just makes it look like it's dirty, even though it's not. It's just missing the silicone, so he's just going in and filling that in for me. Again, just a bit of shonky workmanship, you know, like that. If they just would have grouted properly to start with, we wouldn't have to do this. But yeah, it's just these little things that, like I said, I keep saying, it's not something you immediately notice, but once it is done, it just freshens everything up and makes everything look so much cleaner as a whole. Let's set the camera up.
Is that right?
Yeah. Okay. Here's Mike's man cave. About to help Live It Like Lisa. Because I can't be trusted with a glue gun or whatever that thing is.
There's already silicone there.
Yeah, but I just want it covered in white because it gets mouldy and it looks shit.
How's that going to work?
I don't know. You'll make it work. You're good at this sort of shit. Look how good that is. There's no way it'd look like that if I tried it.
Why not?
That's disgusting. That is really disgusting. How much better does that look? Why would they have not used white to start with? Because yeah, like look, with all the bloody clear, and they haven't even done it properly, so they've got little holes in it, and then mould's gotten underneath. That's disgusting. Like, why can't they just do their job? Like, seriously, this would all this guy would be doing all day long is installing showers. Look how hard is that? Look how nice that looks now. Look at the two side by side difference. One edge to the other.
If you feel my mind, call me all night long. Try to give you hints and a hard to see. Right on the line, no. Losing it on you's the last thing I know. If I'm honest, I'll just make you cry.
So this was another sore spot in my bathroom that always annoyed me. Not the fact that I just didn't clean my sink, but just that little black ring of silicone around it. I mean, it's not black silicone, it's actually clear silicone that mold has just gotten under and has just turned it black, and it just is just disgusting. So I decided to give the sink give the plug, or what do you call this, the drain, a good clean, and then I'm just going to rip the rest of that silicone out because I'm pretty sure it's sealed underneath anyway, and you know, why have an ugly black ring going around your plug hole? Another spot in my bathroom that I've noticed over the couple of years that we've been here is the condensation on the walls. Like once you have a shower, you seem to sort of get drips down the walls, and it's created little marks. So I'm just going in and washing all those off. And the last thing I'm doing in the bathroom today is the floor. So like I was saying in the shower, because where we live is a lot of red dirt, it tends to stain the tiles and the grout a pinky colour. So you can see here that sort of brown or pinky stain on the tile and on the grout. So I'm just going in with that cream cleanser again and just going on my hands and knees and scrubbing in between the grout and scrubbing each tile. Now again, this is not what I would normally do on a weekly clean. I would just mop the entire floor and be done with it. So hopefully doing a good clean like this, it'll last a couple of months before it needs doing again. So yeah.
Feels like I could break it any moment and shatter your insides if you feel my mind.
And to finish it off, I'm just giving it a good steam clean just to make sure any germs and bacteria is killed, and just giving it another good chance to remove any in-ground dirt that might be on the tiles themselves. So here's the floor now, all finished, and for the most part the grout is back to light grey again, and I've removed a lot of the staining from the dirt, which I'm pretty happy about. So yeah, we're back to grey tiles and grey grout.
Don't film me changing the bloody light. How come there's the light? Am I going to die? You're waiting for me to get electrocuted. Yeah.
Jesus, look how dusty that is.
Yeah. It's warm. Well, there's your vegetable bowls back.
Yep.
Okay, give me the light.
Give me the light. Then can you not use any manners at all?
No, not when I'm working.
Just get me the light.
Not about manners.
It should be all about manners.
Ah, I think I put it on upside down.
You did, I think. Yeah, because those screws are going to hold the...
Yeah, well that's
yeah, the big part needs to go on the ceiling.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it covers that gap.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Well that sort of makes sense, I guess. Well, don't put that on my clan channel.
Well, it's on LiveItLikeLisa. I'll link your channel down below.
How not to do it? How to install your thing upside down? Well, doing it to the dark.
Oh, yeah, I was just going to say, yeah, you're doing it in the dark. That's your excuse.
Oh.
I think that's a good size for here. I think the small one would have looked a bit funny.
I think you're actually right.
Yeah.
Because I
It's a big open
forgot I
space.
forgot how high the ceilings are.
Yeah, that's another thing too.
I think
Why didn't we just do these to start with? Because that bulb is actually cheaper than those fruit baskets.
well, I know, that's what I wanted to do, but you didn't allow it.
I thought, oh, geez. That actually makes it heaps brighter.
Yeah, of course it does.
Oh my God. Why did we not do this 5 years ago when we moved in?
Because you said, I'm not having balls on my ceiling.
Oh, I thought I wanted to go fancy, but at the
Yeah,
end
with a
of the
fruit
day,
bowl.
yeah, with a came-up fruit bowl. Let's go here in case you fall off, and I can capture some end of video bloopers. Oh, wait. Is it hot? Oh no, it's not been on, has it? Another spot that needed doing in our bedroom was the light fittings. Again, these hadn't been done for a long time, so we had dust and spider webs and all sorts living on these. So yeah, giving these a good dust, and hopefully I'll be keeping this up on a more regular basis.
I promise now's not the right time. Yeah, I don't wanna fight with you.
Another area that often gets neglected is all the cornices and around the window and door frames, and also the skirting boards. I tend to do my skirting boards as I do my weekly clean. It's just easy just to flip the vacuum cleaner onto the brush nozzle and just quickly do the skirting boards at the same time I'm doing the floors. But also the back of your doors as well, and all the little, if you've got like little crevices on your doors, make sure you get those as well. Now for the biggest job that needed doing in my bedroom, the windows. The windows and the fly screens had not been cleaned since before we moved in. So this is 5 years of accumulated spider webs, dust, dirt, bugs, creatures, mold, whatever else is growing on all of these windows. It's about 4 or 5 years, probably 4 years worth, I'd say. And yes, it is just like the filth on the windows is just spoiling the view that we have. So they really, really need doing. And this is actually probably not the worst one. The worst one is the one near my dressing table, since that's the window that's nearly always open. So yeah, we're going to be doing all the windows and doors today. There's also, I'm not even sure if these are little like mold spores that's growing on the door here, or if it's just dust, I don't know, but it's going to get attacked with some bleach anyway, just in case, because that's not healthy to have that sort of stuff growing on the inside of your house. And yeah, this is the worst window. This just grotty and gross. And that's, you can see it's all that red dirt is just covering everything. The fly screens, just, it's just a mess. So yeah, this is going to be a huge job. I'm going to need some help. I think Michael and the kids are going to help me clean the outside of the windows, and I am going to be doing the inside, and all of the fly screens are going to get taken out and cleaned off as well. So yeah, look at that. It's just horrible. Horrible.
And I don't wanna fight with you. I would rather lie to you. I promise now's not the right time. And I don't wanna fight with you. I would rather lie to you. I would rather lie. I would rather lie. I don't wanna fight. I would rather lie to you. If I'm honest, I'll just make you cry. And I don't wanna fight with you.
So here's a little shot of the after before we put the fly screens back in. All the tracks are nice and white again. All the frames are all nice and white. Everything is clean and clear. You can actually see out the windows. The windows are still a little bit sludgy in certain spots, but I think after 5 years of grime build-up, it's probably going to take more than one go over them to get them pristine. But yeah, that's definitely a hell of a lot better than it used to be. So, it just makes such a difference. All the little mold spores are gone now. We're back to nice white, clean metal. And yeah, again, it's these sort of things that you wouldn't normally notice just walking into a room, but then when it's done, it actually just brightens everything up. I keep saying that, but it's just shocked me how much brighter the whole room looks now. It's just so nice. Back to brand new. And the last spot I'm going to be doing in my bedroom are the blinds. So because the blinds are right next to the window, they too tend to get very dusty and dirty. And I'm just going in with some spray and wipe and a cloth and just cleaning them all up. These vertical blinds are actually quite good. They're not actually fabric. I'm not sure if they're called chicane or if that's something else, but they're almost like a plasticky feel, and they clean up really, really well. Like they don't like hold the dirt on them. You can just spray them with some spray and wipe, and any dirt, dust or marks just wipe straight off them. So they're really good in that way. And again, I'm not sure if that they're called chicane or if that's something else. Maybe I'm mixing my words up, I'm not sure. But yeah, these cleaned up really good again. So here we are, guys, my finished bedroom. I can finally see out of the windows. It's looking so much lighter, brighter and fresher. And yeah, I'm just so glad to get all of these odd jobs out the way that's been niddling me for ages. So we do still have a couple of little projects that I still want to finish in the room, but they're not urgent. I mainly want to paint this chest white to match those, so that's all the same. I haven't changed anything on this side of the room that I can think of. I have just neatened up all the linen stuff in there. The main change I did have a couple of little Sillier Than Sally design watercolors on this wall here, and I've now moved them over there, so I'll show you a close-up of that once we get there. But have a look at the windows, guys. No bugs, no spiders. Everything is pure white again. It looks like it's brand new. And yeah, no more obstruction of the beautiful view that we have, because we can't see through the dirt and mud and spider webs that were all over the doors. So yes, I'm going to try very hard to keep this as a annual home reset, and yeah, try and stay on top of it and get this done every year. Because to be honest, yeah, like I was saying before, this hasn't been done since we moved in about 4 or 5 years ago. So it was in desperate need, and it makes such a difference. So on this side, this is where I've changed up these shelves a little bit. So instead of hanging them on the wall, I've actually just sat them on the shelf. And I'll show you a picture of what the shelves used to look like before. And this setup I'm much more happy with. It seems a lot more cleaner and streamlined to me, and I absolutely love all of those things that are on the shelf now. So yeah, much happier with the way that looks. And then same again for my vanity. Now I'm in two minds whether to paint the chair white or just to keep it this color at the moment. I'm kind of liking the contrast, but maybe once I paint the big trunk white, I might paint this chair white as well, just so that it all blends in. But yeah, really happy with that. We have our bed all fixed again. Oh God, that was such a drama. But yeah, bed is all functioning and working again. I think I may have streamlined even more on our bedside table since the last time I did it. I think Michael's may be still the same. He's just got a couple of books for decor on his, and I've just got my wax warmer and a little vase on there. The other thing I did change out were those two, let me see if I can get on the other side, zoom you in a bit. So those two frames here were different frames I had there before, and there was just, I couldn't work out why they just didn't look right to me. But it was because they were a modern frame, and you know, pairing it off with a vintage looking frame here and some vintage stuff there, it looked out of place, but for the life of me I couldn't work out why. So I've just put the same two prints in these vintagey looking frames, and yeah, I think it just gels a lot better now. So much happier with that. So yeah, that's all the bed and everything done. All the walls have now been touched up of any little marks and scuffs that I found. Yes, the bathroom is definitely looking a lot brighter and fresher. The blinds so needed cleaning, and yeah, it was definitely worth the time. Like you saw in the video, I've removed all the extra stuff that was on there. So all we have on the bath now is just the bath tray with a couple of products. And I'm just liking the cleaner look to all of that. The vanities haven't changed. I haven't decluttered anymore. But like I was showing you before, removed all of that silicone around the plug hole there. And it's just, yeah, just not collecting any more of that moldy sort of look about it, even though that actual plug could probably do with replacing down the line because it's getting a bit scuffed up. But yeah, much better. Same with Michael's one, we cleared all that. But yeah, the shower is the biggest thing that I'm so happy with. So how much cleaner does that track look now on the shower? Now that Michael's filled it all in with some white instead of clear, and then you can see all the mold underneath it. Oh, it was just terrible. All the underside here is all clean and all re-siliconed, and all the mold's gone from all the tiles. It's just, yeah. It's those little things that you tend to not notice after time. Like after you've seen it all the time, you tend not to notice it, but then once it's done, it's not that you notice that it's done, but you just notice a more brighter and airier look. So all of that's been fixed up as well, which looks so much better. The toilet again is just plain, haven't got any decorations, anything in here. We've just got my toilet roll. Oh, I should have done the little stamp. My stamp hack for you guys. Oh, geez, next time. But yeah, fixed all the door frame here, painted all that. We have our new light fittings up here. Just plain and simple ball lights instead of the Kmart fruit baskets. I don't know what I was thinking. I thought I wanted to go fancy, but Kmart fruit baskets just weren't really fancy. These just look so much cleaner, so simple, and yeah, we should have done that 5 years ago. So yep, there's our lights. But yeah, it's just, oh, so much better. Like I'm really happy with the way everything's looking now. I like the, you know, the less is more look, the open spaces, the uncluttered walls. I'm still in two minds about this whole setup here, like that window frame with the arches. I'm not overly keen on the way it looks, but then again, if it wasn't there, I think it'd just be too blank, but I don't know. There'll be another time. Wardrobe hasn't changed. It's still, from last time that I cleaned it out and decluttered, it's still fairly neat. Haven't done anything, any touch-ups in there. But yeah, just the windows, oh my gosh, so much better, so much better. Just makes the whole room look a lot brighter. Looks like a brand new house. So yes, that is my first of my home reset series coming to you very soon. I hope you've enjoyed this video, guys, and maybe it's given you some ideas on how you can touch up your own home, all those little nooks and crannies that start to get a bit grotty after a while. And you know, you tend not to notice them, but then once they're clean, it's amazing what a difference it makes. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and I will see you guys in my next one. Thanks for watching.